everyone is having an awesome day. I just got back home from Seattle and I thought, what better way to start the week than hitting some strength training with you guys. So this is going to be live and will also be available afterwards. I'm going to be working with two 10-pound dumbbells. It's going to be about a 45-minute workout. So grab your equipment. These are medium dumbbells for me. So whatever medium dumbbells means for you, grab those. If you guys haven't met me before, my name is Lindsay Bushman. This is Pilates on Demand. We do it anytime, anywhere, any method. So working with two 10-pound dumbbells, it's going to be a full body workout, about 50 seconds on of a move. I'm not really giving a break. It's just going to be that 10-second transition to get into the next move. And we're going to burn out body part by body part. You know how we like to do it here. We like that burn. So about a 3-minute warm-up coming in. You're going to start with some squats, toes slightly turned out. You're going to send those hips straight back into the squat. Get nice and low, and then squeeze up through your glutes. Stand up nice and slow. Okay, so with strength training, I want you to try to just slow the movements down. Now, we're not in a rush. Our goal is not that aerobic training. It's the muscles, yeah? So we want to work concentric and eccentric, meaning when we do that bicep curl, we really feel the concentric. When we release the curl, that's the eccentric. I want you to try to slow all of those parts of the movements down. Don't worry, I will walk you through it. Breathe in, sit it down and back. Breathe out, squeeze it up. Good, core is in, shoulders are down. Super pumped to be here with you guys today. Good, if you need to modify the squat, don't go as low. If you're more advanced, I want you to try to break parallel. That means your butt is below your knees. Good, last one right here. Breathe in, take it down. Breathe out, stand it up. We're gonna wake those hamstrings up. So you're gonna bring your arms forward. You're gonna give me a straight leg kick. Now, I don't care how high you kick. So if you're really tight and it's here, that's totally fine. I just want you to try to keep your knees straight. Yeah, instead of that guy, keep it straight. Think of a flexed foot. If you're more flexible, good, you can tap it up a little higher. Yeah, but we're just warming up, so don't have to be crazy. Just to start to loosen things up. Good, you're gonna give me 8 more right here. We're gonna have our last warm-up move, and then we're gonna get right into it. We got 4 and 3 for 2 and 1. Okay, you're gonna give me a sumo squat and a lat pull down. So you're gonna reach your arms straight up, toes and knees are turned out wide. You're gonna pull those elbows together behind your back as you bend your knees wide, and then inhale, stand it up. Good, exhale, squeeze the back as you draw it down. Inhale, stand it up. I want you to just be focused on not flaring your ribs, yeah? So we're not in a back bend here. You wanna tuck that tailbone, send it to the floor, keep that spine nice and tall. Then you can see that when I pull my arms down, I'm squeezing my upper back muscles together. Give me 5 and 4. Woo! For 3 and 2 and 1. Okay, guys, that is the warm-up. We're going to be now working with our weights for the rest of the time. So I'm going to start my Fitbit and my timer, and we're going to start with a leg circuit. These 6 moves, both legs working. 1 weight in each hand. We're starting with that squat. So we want to lift the toes, spread them apart, spin those knees out, and then inhale, send your hips down and back. Exhale, squeeze up through those glutes. Okay, so I'm training barefoot today. So something I really like about barefoot training is that the whole foot is working, and the ankles, they get stronger. A lot of times when we wear shoes, it kind of prohibits or enables or limits to the range of motion that the feet have. So parts of your feet might not get strengthened. So that's my little tidbit on why I'm going barefoot here today. Good, just make sure when you drop down in that squat and we have the weights, look at my chest. Don't let those weights release right here, yeah? So that's not great form. You want to draw those shoulder blades down and together. Okay, last one. We're switching it up into alternating reverse lunges. So toes point forward. You're going to step that right foot back into a lunge. press off your front heel. So think of keeping more weight in the front foot here, yeah? You're not resting your back knee. It can definitely tap the floor if you have that range and strength, yeah, but you're not taking a rest there. Breathe in, step it back, breathe out, draw it up. Now, same idea with that upper back in this position. When I'm down, I don't release it. So your back is actually working a lot here in this leg exercise. Good for the posture. Good, you got 15 seconds, and we're moving on to a deadlift. Oh, and also it's a no repeat workout. Woo, I know everyone loves those. Give me this last one right here. Okay, so feet are sits bones distance apart, toes point forward. Lift the toes, spread them apart, place them down. Wrists face you, put a little bend in your knee. You're gonna hinge straight forward. Bring your chest just to the height of your hips. Right here, squeeze your butt, do not straighten your knees, and stand up. Notice how my knees did not press back. Inhale, flat back, you come forward. You pause right hip in line with chest. Squeeze the glutes. We stand it up. Okay, so we talked about the knee bend. Here's the other one. It is not a forward fold. So we're not hanging out at the bottom and trying to stretch the hamstring and release. Yep, just to hip level. Squeeze the glutes to stand. You got it. Breathe in. Breathe out. I'm looking at you, but I want you to look straight down to the floor. So when you go into your deadlift, from the base of your skull to your tailbone, you've got one nice long line. And your upper back is definitely engaged here. Front of the chest is opening up. Last one. Squeeze up through those glutes. So stand to the back of your mat. We're going alternating reverse lunges. Spread that collarbone. You're going to step your left foot forward. Then I want you to drive off the heel to push yourself back. Right foot forward. Drive off the heel. Press yourself back. Good. Breathe in. Breathe out. You guys are crushing it. Okay, what we're looking for in form here is that we don't step too narrow and the knee doesn't shoot way over the toes. Yes, you gotta trust yourself. Take a big step so when you lunge, your knee stacks over that ankle. Good job, guys. Breathe in. Breathe out. I see some comments rolling in. Give me one more each leg. Good. Last one. We're taking this to a sumo squat. So I'm just going to have you take the weights, rest them on your upper back, open your stance up, or tall in your spine. Bend your knees wide over your toes, squeeze up through your glutes. Now, when you look down at your big toes, you should be able to see them. So your feet are tracking over the center of the foot, yeah, rather than going in. So ground the pinky toe side of the foot as we work through these sumo squats. Breathe in, we take it down. Breathe out, we draw it up. Nice job. Inhale, drop into it. Exhale, squeeze up. Give me 10 seconds. And then this next move, we're going to be using the dumbbells, but they're not going to be in our hands. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so the dumbbells are going to come about hips distance apart on the floor. Your heels are elevated on the dumbbells. I'm going to show this from an angle. This is our last move in this circuit. It's a burner. Toes are down, heels are heavy on the dumbbells. Send your hips back. So my knees are stacking over my shins, and we're going to pulse, baby. Drop into it. This loads the thighs more. So you will quickly feel a quiver. Good, I want you to draw your abdominals in and maintain a nice long line in the spine. Now, if you are advanced, you know what I'm going to ask you to do? I need you to get a little bit lower. You can reach those arms forward and retract those shoulder blades. Let's just make that squat a little bit more fun. Add some range to it. We're up, we're down. Big breath in, big breath out. You've got 30 seconds. All you're telling yourself is we're getting through this. We're switching it up to some arm work on the next circuit. Up an inch, down an inch. Make sure you see that from your big toe to your pinky toe, there is weight on each part of the foot. Yeah, so we're focusing on the feet today. We got 8, 7, woo, let's get it, guys, for 6, and 5, I'm getting flush, for 4, 3, 2, and 1, woo! That's how you finish that first round. Hello, Martin. Okay, guys, we're gonna head into some biceps and shoulders. We're gonna bring that right arm into a static bicep curl. Left wrist faces your side. You're gonna curl your thumb to your shoulder, twist the wrist at the top, turn the wrist back in, take it down. Okay, so we hammer up, turn the wrist to you at the top, turn the wrist to your side body, take it down. So just the left arm is moving. Curl, twist, wrist in, and down. Those pulses got my heart rate up. Nice job. Now, when we do our arm work, no swinging whatsoever. No swinging from the arm and no swinging from the body. If you have to swing, your weight is too heavy. Okay, we're just squeezing that right arm in place. You guys got it. Good. We curl, twist, resist, down. I really want you to feel like that left elbow is glued to your side. Last one, we're just switching arms. Okay, so here we go. That left elbow hugs in, palm up. Right wrist faces your side. We hammer curl, twist. Turn it back in, take it down. Good, curl, twist. Turn it back in, take it down. So what I really want you to see is that no part of your upper arm moves to lift the weight, yeah? Hug the upper arm in, lock it in place. It doesn't move a single inch. Woo! 6 minutes of biceps coming on up. As we get through this, you will see it is a bicep shoulder combo. You guys are crushing it. We have 15 seconds and we switch. After this, both arms are going to be moving, but they're going to be doing different actions. 1 bicep curl, 1 external rotation. Last 3, 2, and 1. Okay, bring that right elbow back up, palm faces up. Turn the left wrist forward. Okay, we're going to do just 1 movement at a time, then put them together. So the left arm is going to bicep curl without any movement. The right arm is going to open into external rotation. So 1 more time alone. Bicep curl, external rotation. Okay, so both arms are shoulder distance. We're going to put it together. Curl and rotate. Okay, so I'm squeezing my left elbow to my waist, and I'm feeling that right shoulder blade glide close to the spine as I move into external rotation. So from the back, look at that shoulder blade, pull in closer and down. So this is good for posture, and we are a Pilates channel, so you know we have a lot of focus on that. Awesome work, guys. Since we broke it up, we're gonna hit 20 more seconds right here, and we'll switch to the other side. Now notice this arm in external rotation, wrist in line with the elbow the whole time. It's not dropping any lower. Good, last 5, 4, 3, I know I'm cutting my head off, but I'm trying to give you guys a good angle. 2, and 1, we just switch. So that left elbow is glued in place. The right arm does a bicep curl. The left arm does our external rotation. So 1 more alone, and we'll combo it. Bicep, external rotation. Okay, here we go. So the left arm opens as the right arm curls. We bring it back in. Good, I want you to soften those upper tracts, yeah? The muscles right by the neck, they start to lift. When we get fatigued, you gotta pull them down for me. Okay, you're halfway. Let's look at that back muscle. On that left side, pull it towards the spine. Good work, good work. Soften in those knees. Last 15 seconds. Good. We got one more bicep move coming in each arm. In 5, in 4, for 3, 2, and 1. Okay, we're hitting a hammer curl on the left, so wrist in, that's this guy, and a shoulder press on the right, wrist faces out. So let's do them individually first. So we bicep curl left, shoulder press right. Okay, we're gonna go together. Curl press. You got it? So left wrist is in, right wrist faces forward. Soft athletic stance in the legs. Good, relax through those shoulders. As we're fatiguing, if you have to take a break and shake it off, do so, but don't just give up. Say, okay, I'm gonna shake my arms out and then I'm gonna try to get back into it. 20 seconds, we switch it up. I want you to move slower when you release that bicep curl down. That's that eccentric motion I was talking about. Last 6, 5, 4. We're gonna get one more in for 3, 2, and 1. Awesome work. Bring it on down. We're switching sides. So that right wrist is in, the left wrist is forward. Right hammer curl, left shoulder press. Yeah, when you press that left arm up, let's put them together, the shoulder does not rise up. So there's the same distance between your left ear, your left shoulder the whole time, even when the arm is extended overhead. That shoulder is not closer to the ear. But when I go overhead, I always like to put a little bit more bend in my knee to help brace my core. Yeah, we definitely don't want this going into the back, right? That's a no-no. Good, curl press. Okay, let's slow the release of that curl down just a little bit more. Right here, we got 10 seconds. Glue that elbow in. Last 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Last one right here. 2, 1. Woo! Release, release. You guys are crushing. We are going to come into all left leg work. So we got the dumbbells. Your left foot is forward. Your right toes are tucked behind you. Spread the left toes, place them down. All of your hips, knees, and toes should point straight forward. We're going to go down into our lunge, and then you're either going to step your right foot forward or lift the knee up. So breathe in, we go lunge, dig through the left heel, either find your balance or tap it in. We've got 6 minutes on this left leg. When you bring your leg up, even if you don't feel comfortable lifting it all the way up to that tabletop, maybe just play with hovering the foot lower so you feel safer. Also, option to drop one of the dumbbells, hold a wall or chair so you get to practice the balance. It kind of just depends if you want to focus on having heavier weight today or if you want to focus on that balance challenge right here. Breathe in, lunge, breathe out, draw up. Now I'm drawing a big squeeze into that left glute as I come in to that balance, yeah? The balance is helping all those muscles fire up, yeah, all those stabilizers. Okay, you got 10 seconds, and then we're gonna hit a static lunge, meaning the leg will not lift up and down. Last one right here. And we draw it up. Okay, step the right toes back. We're going down, driving up. Inhale down, exhale up. Okay, facing you. You can see that I'm squared. Hips, knees, toes point forward. One thing I see a lot is this back foot turning out, doing something funky like that. Or when people stand up, they push the heel down. So that's not right. The back foot is in a fixed position, kind of like a calf raise position, okay? That's my spiel. Okay, we're down, we're up, and I'm hips distance in my legs. Another correction I'll give you is sometimes people stand too narrow, and then they have a really hard time balancing. So if anything, I would go a tiny bit wider than your hips if you're having a really hard time balancing. Breathe in, breathe out, then squeeze up through that glute. We got 10 seconds, and then we're going into a little kickstand deadlift in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so your left foot is planted. The right toes are about a foot back behind you on the diagonal with the knee softly bent. We're gonna hinge forward, wrist faces you. There's a micro bend in the left knee. Squeeze up through the left glute to stand. Do not straighten the knee. Inhale, flat back, we come forward. My left knee is bent, my shoulders are connected. Dig through that left heel to stand. Do not push the knee back, okay? Super important. You're gonna lose the work if so. And you're gonna hyperextend that knee. Woo, I'm feeling a little shaky, I like it. Breathe in, we come forward. Breathe out, we squeeze up. Okay, give me one more. We're taking this into curtsies in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, left foot is planted forward. The right toes cross behind you. So they're on a diagonal, but the hips are squared. Okay, we're gonna curtsy lunge down, drive through that front heel. Good, open up through your chest. Okay, I'm gonna show you from the side now. Static curtsy lunge, down up. If you're feeling really strong, tap that back knee down. I want you to think of pulling your hips back. That's gonna help keep the left knee over the ankle and not shoot it forward, yeah? Pull your waist back. Breathe in, breathe out. You guys are crushing this. We got 2 more moves on this left leg. It should be quite hot. Okay, last 5, 4, 3, 2, one more, and 1. We're gonna go V-stance back squats. So bring the weights all the way up so they sit on your back. Left foot planted, right toes are in that kickstand. Let the knee open up. Sit back into your hips, squeeze up through your glutes. Squeeze up. So it's like a modified single leg squat. There's a lot less weight on this right foot. I'm trying to load the left leg. By bringing the weights back onto the back, it's like a back squat. So we're shifting more weight back into those glutes. Breathe in, push the knees open, drive through that left heel. Awesome work. Inhale down, exhale up. We got 10 seconds. We're hitting a single leg deadlift. Option to go back to the supported version I demonstrated earlier, or we lift that leg. Last 3, 2, 1. Okay, so left foot planted, toes pointing forward, wrist face you. Left leg is strong, foot flex. Put a bend in your right knee. You're gonna hinge forward, nice and slow. Bring your chest to hip level. Angle your right hip down. Push through the left heel. Slowly come back up to standing. So the return is where I want you to challenge yourself to slow down. Do not rush to stand up. One slow like this demonstrates more strength and control than doing a bunch of flailing around reps. Yeah, not as good. Breathe in, hinge. Lift up through your back thigh. Breathe out, draw it up. Awesome work. Let's go one more right here. Inhale, we hinge forward. Roll your right inner thigh to the ceiling, right outer thigh to the floor. Squeeze through that left glute. We stand. Woo! Take a little sweat wipe. You guys are killing it. Hello, hello. Thank you, Martin. We are taking it over to the next leg. So right leg. Right toes point forward. Left toes are tucked high on the ball of the foot. We lunge down. Push through the right heel. Either tap the left foot in or bring it up to that tabletop. Lunge. Balance. Okay, so watch my right knee when I come up to standing. The knee does not push back. Yeah, micro bend in the knee. If you're pushing the knee back, what you're doing is you're putting it in the joint. And that's kind of pointless for strength training, right? We want to strengthen the muscles. I mean, we are strengthening the joints for sure, but we want to keep them safe. I think that's a better way to say it. Breathe in, tap that right knee. Drive up, balance on that right heel. Big breath in. Deep breath out. Okay, last one, we're taking it back into that static lunge right here. So tuck the left toes. We're going straight down and up. I want you to rely more on your front leg. So not as much weight in the back leg. And then remember that back heel is in that fixed position. So it's gonna have very minimal movement. We're looking for a tripod foot in the front leg. What does that mean? It means big toe, pinky toe, and your heel are all planted. So take a peek. That's why we're working barefoot today, to really make sure the feet are active in our leg work. Okay, last 3, 2, 1. We've got our deadlift. So right toes point forward, left toes are a foot back, ball of the foot, wrist to you. Put a bend in that right knee. You're gonna hinge forward, dig through your right heel, stand up. Okay, from the side, hinge forward, ribs and abs are in like crazy here. Drive through that heel, stand up. Okay, so the lift is coming from the engagement of your glute, not from the leg getting straight. Breathe in, and breathe out. Awesome. I love these, I really, really, really feel them. Woo! Okay, we got 10 seconds here, and we come into that curtsy lunge. How are you guys feeling? Are we all breaking a sweat? Good, last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So we've got that right foot planted, toes forward, left toes crossed behind you, curtsy, drive through the front heel. If you see that your front knee is going way over the toes, you might want to consider taking a longer stance. Yeah, and just because our legs are crossed, our hips are not. So pull your right hip back in space. If you look down at the bony parts of your hips, they should make one line across the front of your torso. Breathe in, breathe out. Let's squeeze it into that right glute as I stand up. Okay, we got about 15 seconds. We're coming into that V stance squat, back squat. So the weights are gonna go on the back in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Last one for 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, the weights go on the back, elbows hug in. Right foot points forward. We're kickstanding the left foot. Let that left knee open up as you sit down into that right heel. Squeeze up through the glute. So we really, really want to drop it down. I'm reaching my hips back to the wall behind me. Keeping my chest proud. Okay, you can let the gaze naturally look down, but don't let the head fall, yeah? Okay, guys, sad news. You only got one move left after this on this right leg. So let's make it count. Woo! Okay, we got 10 seconds. We go either back to that supported single leg deadlift, or let's try the full deadlift. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so wrists face you, micro bend in the left knee, in the right knee rather. Left leg is straight and strong behind you. You're gonna hinge forward, gazing down but forward. So not straight down, a little out in front of you. Lift up through your back thigh, then dig your right heel into the floor to lift. Okay, so one thing that's really hard here is keeping the spine straight. So you're pulling your hips back as you draw your chest forward, and your abs are locked into your body. Good, squeeze up through the glute. Let's go face forward so you can get an idea of how the hips should look. So notice when my back leg lifts, it does not rotate open. I'm gonna roll that left hip forward, toes and knee down. Hard to balance and demonstrate, but we got this. Okay, let's try to get 2 more reps in here. Woo! Really feeling it right now. Last one. Inhale, we hinge. We're coming into the back next. And exhale, we stand. Okay, guys, we're going into the back. We need just one weight. Let's place it in the right hand. You have squat distance apart in your feet. Take your left hand to your left thigh. Lean forward. Come as far forward as you can. We're going to hit a narrow row. Wrist in. Elbows super close to the body, yeah? Not out here. Okay, we are on. Now, if you need to modify, you can come up higher. You can do this on all fours on the floor. If you're able to, I want you to try to get a nice flat back here. Let's work the eccentric part of the movement. So this is concentric as we go up. Eccentric is the release. So I want you to try to go slow. Good. We exhale, pull up. We inhale, release. You got it. So adding tempo or more reps isn't necessarily always going to be good for strength training. Tempo usually gives more of an aerobic effect. And that's just a different goal, yeah? Okay, core is on really tight here. We're staying on the same arm for one more move. You got 10 seconds. We're gonna go into a lunge stance. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So the left foot is forward, right leg is back, toes are turned out. We're in a nice wide stance. Hinge forward with your left hand on your left thigh and rotate your right wrist forward. We've got a narrow reverse grip row. So the only change in the arm is the wrist is now forward. Okay, these stances in the legs make it a little bit more full body. So our legs are working here. Hips are squared, heavy in the left heel. Awesome job, guys. Give me 30 seconds, and then I need you to grab the other dumbbell. We got a alternating move before we move on to just these two moves on the right, on the other side. Good, we got 15 seconds. Pull that navel in, hips back, top of the head forward. Last 5, 4, 3, grab the other dumbbell in 2, and 1. Okay, alternating reverse, alternating fly. So this is gonna start to integrate the core. Make a big circle with your arms, draw your navel in, or hinge forward. You're gonna go right and left. 2 things. Do not let your upper traps rise up. If so, you need to go lower on your weight. Now here's the core part. We're not just freely opening up into the movement. So this is something called anti-rotation. Actually works your obliques. So when the arm opens wide, when we go over to the right, this left oblique is stabilizing. It's trying to not let us turn into it. Good job. Okay, 30 seconds. Yeah, you can always come up higher or do this in the all fours position on the floor if you're feeling it in your back. We got 10, and then we need just one dumbbell in that left hand. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, put a dumbbell down. Okay, we're starting with that narrow row. We're in the squat. Right hand, right thigh. Left wrist faces you. Okay, so nice and narrow by the waist. And if you can, we're coming lower. Good. Okay, we're practicing eccentric right here. We go slow on the way down. Feel that back muscle, hug your back as you draw that dumbbell up. Are you guys dripping? I'm dripping, feels good. I didn't do a lot of strength training this week because I was traveling. So I was like, I want my dumbbells. Okay, reverse, narrow row coming up in 10. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so you're gonna have that right foot forward. Left toes are angled out and the heel is down. Right hand, right thigh, turn your left wrist forward. We have that narrow row. So the elbow should graze the body. It literally should touch you. It's not off the body, yeah? Okay, the front of the shoulder should spread off the chest. Yeah, that's gonna help with the posture. Okay, after this move, both dumbbells. That will help us finish up this back circuit. Good, pull the belly in, protect that low back. Pull the front hip back. You got it. We got 20 seconds. Woo! Good work, guys. Our next circuit is taking us down to the ground. Don't get too excited. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, we got alternating narrow rows. Okay, wrists in, feet hips distance apart. Right, left. So hinging forward, right, left. Modifiers, you're on the ground. This is that all fours position. Right, left. Try not to sway the body. Okay, guys, we are on. Right, left. Belly in. Tuck that tailbone slightly. Good. Let's hinge a little further. We got 30 seconds. Now, as we fatigue, those upper traps, don't let them roll onto your neck, so pull them down. If that's happening, reset. Gotta take a break. We don't want to form the body in that position, right? Okay, 15. Woo! I start going woo, but I'm starting to really feel it. We got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, even it out. 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome work. We're coming to the floor. One dumbbell behind the back of the left knee. We're gonna hit an abduction. Now you have to squeeze that dumbbell in really tight. Here, I'll come on the ground for a second because everything's really dark, hard to see. Hands underneath the shoulders. Pull your left heel in. That locks the dumbbell in place. You're gonna open the left knee out to the left, working into your hip, hovered at the bottom. Arms are straight with a micro bend in the elbow. The thing I'm looking for is that you do not bend over into your right arm as you lift that left leg up. So let me show you face on. This is super important. When that leg lifts, it should look like nothing shifted in my torso. Your right hip should not be over here. Yeah? Pull that right hip in over the right knee. Okay, that's the spiel. Let's move. Exhale up, inhale down. You guys have already crushed 30 minutes. We're cruising through this strength training workout. Okay, the other thing I want you to think is that this side, the left side, does not have a crunch in it. It's very long. So you're pulling your left hip back away from your left armpit. Nice, nice, nice. We're gonna go donkey kick in 10 seconds. Who doesn't love a donkey kick? Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Flex that heel, you're going straight back. Slow down, that's the eccentric. All the way up, pause, squeeze. Resist the release. Now look back at your toes and your knee. Make sure they're parallel, meaning they point straight to the back of the room. They're not turning in or out. From your left hip, left knee, left toes, they should all make one straight line. Now the pause at the top is in the glute. If you're feeling your low back, I'm going to try to tuck your hips up and draw your core in more. Okay, because that's probably what's happening. Good, squeeze left. Slow it down. Okay, guys, in 10 seconds, you know I gotta throw in a pulse. We're gonna hold the left leg up, and we're gonna pulse it. Okay, on your next one, let's bring it on up. Squeeze the heel to your glute. We lift, we lift. Now the squeeze is what we're focusing on. So when you lift the leg, you're squeezing your butt. Now see how I'm going slow? That's the pace I want you to have. It's not ballistic, it's slow, controlled. As that leg lifts, fire into the muscle. If anything, I want you to think of rotating your outer left hip thigh, your outer left hip down, not thigh, and your inner left thigh up. It's gonna help keep those hips squared. Okay, you've got about 25 seconds. Let's close the eyes. Keep that thigh up. Little squeezes, up and up. Let's take it home on this left leg. 15. Squeeze the weight higher, lift the leg higher. We go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Okay, just swap it on over for me. Put the weight behind the back of the right thigh, we're starting with the abductions. Okay, so hands underneath the shoulders. Pull that right heel in. We open out to the right. Take it down nice and slow. Now look at my left arm. It does not move when I lift the right leg up. If you have less range, that's totally fine, meaning you can't lift the leg as high. Yeah, either lose the dumbbell and you can increase the range, or keep the dumbbell and keep the range limited. Keep your form. That's always more important than lifting heavier weight. Good, here we go. Breathe out, lift. So this is called abduction, abduction. It's for your outer hip muscles, so do not let that right hip crunch up. Create length in the right side the whole time. These all fours positions work the core, surprisingly. Awesome, you got 10 seconds. We go donkey kick. In 10. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Heel in, you're going straight up behind you and down, okay? So straight back and down. Now look at my spine. When my leg lifts, there's no difference in the shape of my back, specifically my low back. That's super important too. So I do not want you to use your spine like that, like a cat-cow action, to lift the leg. So no movement in your back to get that leg up. Okay, 30 seconds, and we're gonna crush that right leg. We got 20. Take a peek back, make sure from your heel, your knee, and your right hip, we are all lining up here. And I want you to really squeeze the dumbbell. That's gonna work that hamstring even more. Okay, guys, find your next lift. Right here, shoulders pull down, navel pulls up. We pulse. You've got 1 whole minute. Okay, so close your eyes, smile. You're about to totally finish all your legs. We're moving on to core. Lift up an inch, control down an inch. Keep that tempo slow, even as you fatigue. Don't try to rush it. It's the same amount of time if you go quick or slow. It's 1 minute. Lift, lift. Good. When you go down that little bit, resist. Squeeze that dumbbell. Over halfway. This is where I really like to close my eyes and find that mind-body connection. Yeah, I want to feel the burn. I want to know that I really work the leg to fatigue. Here we go. We got 15 seconds. Let's count it down. Slow. 10, 9. Each count is an engagement of that right glute. 8, 7, 6. Almost there. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take it on down. Amazing, guys. We're going to move to the abs. Okay, so let's show this first one slightly forward. Put the one weight underneath your chest. High plank. Modifiers on the knees. It's going to be a weight drag. Now, I see this in gym workouts all the time, but our focus is going to be no movement in your hips. So you're going to grab the weight and put it to the outside of that left hand. Your right hand is going to reach underneath the left arm and set the weight to the right. And then your left hand is going to do the same. Left hand goes underneath the right arm, sets the weight to the left. Now we're going to move so slow so that we don't see any movement in the hips. I'm going to go straight on for you, okay? So we go underneath the supporting arm, go really slow so I don't lean over into the hip. Okay, we'll start our minute right here. Good. I'm trying to not lean into the leg of the hand that stays planted. I'm trying to keep my body weight centered. So center of the chest, pointing straight down. Awesome work, guys. Okay, I'm just gonna show you this from the side so you guys get different viewpoints. I think that's always important. So as the weight goes across, we try not to move those hips. Okay, last 20. We're coming into some fun side planks. Push the balls of your feet down. Press your heels back. Give me one more each side. Okay, last one right here. Awesome. I'm being super careful with my wood floor. Okay, so we're coming onto the left forearm. Elbow underneath shoulder. Modify. Knees down. Weight on your outer hip. You'll lift. Advanced. Straight stack legs. We lift. Okay, shoulders on the back. Chest and hips point forward. You're going to lower down, release. Lift up, squeeze. I want you to think of making a rainbow underneath your left side. Yeah, like you're making a bridge so a car can drive underneath your waist. Big lift. Contract. Take it down. Now your supporting forearm, your lat. Energetically, try to draw that left forearm towards you. Pull that left lat shoulder blade down. Down off the neck. Exhale up. Big lift. Inhale down. You guys are cruising. We're at the end of this workout. This is where you stay committed. You reconnect. Why did we start? To get stronger, have more energy, whatever it is. Start to really think about it again. Last two. One more right here. Last one. Control it down. Let's take it over to the right. Right forearm down. Remember, you can have your heels back and lift, or straight legs. Flex the feet. Stand on the pinky toe side edge of your right leg. Rainbow up. Tap it down. Exhale, lift, squeeze. Inhale, lower. Okay, guys, you're into your last 3 minutes of this class. It is just over a 45-minute workout. I timed it almost perfectly. Okay, so thinking about this bottom arm, I don't want you to think of pushing it away from you. I want you to think of pulling it in. Now, it's not going to actually move. You're energetically pulling against the ground. It's the idea of it. It's the mind-body connection to help you connect to the right side of that low back. Okay, open your top shoulder up. One thing I see a lot here is this guy. So head back, top shoulder open. Tap it down. Big lift through the waist. Up, up, up with those hips. Last two. One more. And last one. Okay, we take it down. So I want you to plant your feet down. One hand on each side of the dumbbell. Open heart. Rotate right, left. So here's the difference than a Russian twist. Straight spine. Feet, knees, hips. Do not move. I don't want to see any of that. That doesn't count. You need more. Hinge a little further back. Don't let your legs move at all. If they're moving, lose the weight. Good. Think of your ribs coming together and descending down. So I don't want them to flare out. I want them to stay into the body. Okay, you're halfway right here. When you go to the right, your left hip anchors. When you go left, your right hip anchors. Nice job. We got about 25 seconds. We're going to finish this with a little pulse because we love to feel the burn. Okay, feel if you can go deeper, hinge a little further back. We're maintaining a flat neutral spine. Pelvis is not tucked. We've got 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it all the way to the mat. Feet straight up. Modify by having them down. Curl up. Give me little pulses. If you're more advanced, lower your legs. Little lifts. Pull the navel in. Okay, 1 minute, guys. Give me your best. Give me your best. That's all I'm asking. Whatever that is right here. Relax your shoulders. Slow control. So we curl up. We control it down. So it's not this guy, yeah? See how my legs start to bounce around? Legs shouldn't be moving. I'm flattening that low spine into the ground for extra support. Curl up and over your ribs. Take those legs as low as possible. We've got 30. Let's count it down. 1, 2, 3, 4. You guys, let's go. We got 7, 8, 9, 20 more for 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We're halfway. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Let's pick it up. 21, 2, 3, 4. Almost there for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 30. Woo! Okay. Strength training. You guys crushed it. Give me some hands. We're going to just stretch it out, and then you're on your way. Okay. Everything feels pretty good in my body. I love to just do a scan at the end. Left foot coming forward. Hands inside the left foot. Walk that right knee back. Dropping down into a nice low lunge. Lean that right hip towards the floor. Big breath in. Okay, you're going to just send your hips back. Straighten this left leg. So it's a little wide and the toes are staying down. I'm trying to take this left hip crease and pull it back. So there's length in my left side of the spine. Awesome work. Okay, step back to kneeling. You're going to lift the left leg up. Reach for the inside of the foot with the right hand. Press it back. We got that quad and shoulder stretch right here. A little bit of a back bend. Float it down. Okay, right foot forward and wide. That knee is stacking over the ankle. And then I'm going to lean my left hip down. Oh, that feels nice. Got a good calorie burn for a Monday. Okay, so I'm going to send my hips back, stacking them over the left knee, straightening my right leg. So it's wide, it's mat distance apart, and I'm pushing the inner right foot down. And then I'm thinking of pulling my right hip crease back. I like to come up onto fingertips or blocks to keep that spine really straight. That's for the hamstring. Step it back in. Left hand to the inside of the right foot. Abs in. Then you're going to kick back. You get the front of the left shoulder, front of the right thigh. Good, release. Okay, last thing here. You're going to plant your hands with your fingers pointing to you, wrists forward, and then push your palms down. Come into a back bend, hips up, chest up. Take a big breath in right here. And a deep breath out. Lock it in. You guys, I'm so proud of you. You just crushed a 45-minute workout. So I always count the workout as like what was the actual time under tension. So I don't count the cool down or the warm up. So the whole thing was about 50-something minutes, but the workout itself was 45, which is awesome. So I hope you guys had a great strength training workout. Again, my name is Lindsay Bushman. This is Pilates On Demand. Thanks for joining me. Please subscribe to my channel to stay updated about all the new things here. I did just start channel memberships. I really appreciate the support so I can continue to do things like this that I just love. I also have something new from YouTube they're offering now called Super Thanks, so you can thank me for the workout, and I appreciate that as well. So guys, have a fabulous day, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye, guys.